Everyone. I was setting this on a different thing. Greetings, everyone. Oh, wait. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Live in the Rise. We are live in the Rise. Are you a riser? Rise in the Rise with me, the new Love City's new Bachelorette. You're gonna hear a decision in August. Yes, August is coming up. Friday is the 1st of August, so they say. And then we have the decision. It's gonna be really good. You gotta subscribe to Patreon if you want to see what's going on. So that's where it's gonna be at. Yeah. So we're going to get into our verse of the day today and all of our good stuff, because guess what? Today is the day that righteousness has made, and we're going to rejoice in this day. We're going to give thanks for this day. We're going to, be happy that we're breathing. Be happy that we're breathing. So that's important. It's a good day every day. Sometimes we can have hard times. Sometimes things can be challenging. However, we want to be knowing that we are blessed, highly favored, and wonderfully made. Okay? So let's get started with our Live in the Rise. We're going to chant. Raise some money. Like, what are you doing? That's what people say. You're doing this for nothing. Hi, everybody. After the workshop. Let's get our drum here. There is a level of respect we have to have for one another and for ourselves. And I'm going to talk about that today. Greetings, everyone. Sit up, relax, get your hot tea. We're going to get dropping some tea here today. We're going to drop some tea here today. It's been a minute. How are you, everybody? It's been a long time since I have gone live to chant the psalm and share the word. We're going to start right now, and we're going to give thanks for this day. Thank you so much for joining Live in the Rise. We are here. Today is almost the end of the month. July, the end of the month. We're going into August. And those of you who are in my Bible challenge, we're in the book of Isaiah. Hey, Terrifier, what's up? Greetings. It's been a minute. It's been a long time, I know. But I'm here. Bless. Thank you for joining. We're going to chant a psalm today. Oh my goodness. Yes, we are. Those of you who are in my Bible challenge, who are with me in the Bible challenge, it's okay to come. Yeah, it's been busy. My mom's been in the hospital. She's not been feeling good. So I had to refocus things. And I'm blessed to be here. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks for liking the video. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, here we go. As I was stating earlier, there's a level of respect we have to have for ourselves and for others, especially with young people with their parents. I see a lot of disrespectful children, and it's getting to the point where we have adult services, CPS, adult services because elder abuse is on the rise. We don't know how to deal with our elders, and oftentimes it can fall into abuse, disrespect, verbal abuse, physical abuse, intellectual abuse, calling people that their mind ain't right, degrading people's intellect, and emotional abuse, as well as social abuse. Want to isolate you, don't want you to talk on the phone to people. It's just a lot of things. So when I'm prefacing this live in the rise specifically to heal people who are abusive, who are violent, who are disrespectful, and who are not walking in the ways of righteousness, but they're walking in their selfish ways. They put self before righteousness. It's called self-righteous. They're putting self before righteousness. So putting righteousness before self, you may have to forgive someone who you may not like. You may have to be around people you may not like. You may have to deal with people you may not like. But guess what? Righteousness leading the way will give you that strength to come out okay. Okay, I didn't mean to rhyme, but that's what happens. So let us begin with Isaiah, because Isaiah, as we are in the scriptures, this is July 30th, correct? According to the Gregorian calendar. We're in the book of Isaiah. On July 30th, today is 2 days before the beginning of a new month, right? We're going into, I just had another thing I wasn't here, I was dealing with my Christmas. July 23rd is when I celebrate Christmas. And we brought the Christmas in my goodness, it was, when I say hard, it was hard. My mom was in a hospital the 14th of July till, it's just for 14 days. It was just a long thing. Hi, Dylan. How are you, my love? Thanks for joining, liking the video, and tuning in. I missed being here, but I wanted to come on because I have a few minutes and I wanted to share this because it's specifically relating to what I'm dealing with. A lot of disrespect and not kindness. It's been like that. Last summer was like that. I got, vicious voicemails. This summer I'm dealing with my son who's disrespectful and using words around me that's not cool, So dealing with that has been one thing. So those of you who are parents, and I'm calling out to parents who have children who are rude, disrespectful, and they don't know what to do. You have to look at yourself. I had to look at myself and realize I was the problem. I didn't discipline the way I was supposed to. So now this is what I'm getting back. So I tell parents, it's important to show that respect. Show respect so that you can receive that, and so children have an example of what it is. However, it's important for children who are young adults to not use excuses about their behaviors. They're behaving rude because of this. They're doing this because of, no, you are an adult and you have the capacity and the wherewithal to be kind, to know what kindness is, and to strive in that way. Because when children are rude and disrespectful to their parents, they are cutting their life short and short and short and short, where they no longer exist. So it's important. My oldest son passed away, 32 years old, and it was hard for me in 2023 when that happened, because I saw the trajectory of that happening. I saw it. And in 2024, when my dad passed, it was just a snowball rolling down the hill, kind of. Angie, how are you, Angie? Thanks for joining and liking the video. So it's been a hard road for me. And the kindness, the compassion has been gone from people towards me. It's no compassion, no kindness, and just rude, disrespectful. So I told my mom, because my mom came out of the hospital, she's recovering, and I told her, I leave people at the foot of the cross. There's a cross that is, Bible scholars talk about, and the blood that was shed, and the life that was risen and given. That's where I put people. If you're rude to me, you're disrespectful, I don't answer you. I don't give you the time of day. I leave you there. That's where you will stay until you have been dealt with by the higher force that's higher than me. I'll be stressing myself out if I deal with folks, right? Gray hairs, you look old, you look all stressed out. That's not going to be me. I'm going to keep my goodness and my beauty and my kindness. I'm going to keep that. So in keeping that, I have to shout out, and I have to ask the righteous of righteous to keep these ones who are trying to stress me out. I saw it in a dream. These folks in coming at me to take me or something, right? So and then you have people close to you. This is what happened to Jesus. He was betrayed by the closest one to him, who he thought was his brother. So with that being said, we have to be diligent in our stance against the enemy. And in so doing, we have to stay in the word. We have to stay in kindness. We have to practice integrity and humility and humbleness and compassion. We have to practice these things because that's what's going to perfect us. Practice makes perfect. So when I looked at the verse today, I believe it's coming from Matthew, coming from the book of Matthew. When I looked at that verse today, I was just like, Bayaka, that's what's up. Because I look at the news and I see what's going on in the world. I don't want to watch it, but I look at it to see what I have to stand against. The inequity and the evilness of this world, and the violence, the anger, the hate, all of that is compounding in people's lives. Oops, excuse me, folks. I didn't mean to bend over like that, but anyway, it's compounding in people's lives to the point of its stench has reached heaven. Because I'm getting signals from the Most High, like this is what's going on. Yeah. And it's not let's get the verse of the day. Let's get the verse. That's all I gotta say. Let's get the verse of the day.
Verse of the day.
Because it's
verse.
It's crazy
Verse
what's
of
happening.
the day.
My son says it's
Verse.
Mercury retrograde
Verse
or
of the
something
day.
like that. Yeah, okay.
Verse. Verse of the day.
In retrograde
And then
until August 7th.
so we have to stand strong in that. So the verse of the day, it's coming from Wait a minute. What's happening here? Matthew. Yep, I knew it was coming from Matthew. Yesterday, it came from the Psalm, and it talks about always remembering to do good. It's called precepts, right? And always remembering to do good. And doing good is going to preserve your life. What did I just talk about? When you disrespect your mother, you're shortening your life, right? I just talked about that. Psalms 119 speaks it. I will always remember to do good and be respectful, because doing good and being respectful, I will have my life preserved. It's going to be preserved. You're going to be okay. So the verse of the day for today is Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. And Matthew chapter 5 speaks of in the same way as righteousness. Be that. In the same way, let your righteousness shine before others. So, in other words, do good. Let that good shine. You don't got to say what you did. You don't got to say, oh, I cleaned this up and I did this, I did that, I did that. You don't have to do that. Just let it shine. It'll speak for itself, your works. You don't got to lip service it. All you got to do is let it shine. Let your work shine. And let that shine before others, that others may see your good works. Okay? They're going to follow, like children copycat. If they see you doing this, they're going to do it. So let others see your good work so they could do it too. And then when they do that, they're glorifying this righteousness that's above, that will shower the bless below. You know, that is important. Okay, my mom came out of the hospital, and before she came out of the hospital, I got up early and I swept the entrance, cleaned up and stuff. And I didn't tell anyone I did that. I just did it. So one of my nieces got up after, some time, I guess, and started to, do this sweeping the, front. And before that happened, the Most High told me, other people will get credit for the things you do. Don't worry about it. You know you did it. I know you did it. We are one, you and I. And I was like, the Most High God speaks to me. I just got to tell y'all. It's not no voice I'm hearing on the outside. It's inside me. So anyway, the same thing said, the same thing. And that day I went and I got, we fill up water from somewhere and bring it up. They use it to cook with. So I went and filled up the water and I brought it up while my niece was there cleaning what I had already cleaned. So anyway, I brought the water up and packed it up in there. And the relationship that I have and that everyone should have with that Most High brings you tranquility. So when I was lifting these things and lifting, I was like, this is light. I guess because I feel light. Light and light is this same sound. Light, like a feather. So when you have things weighing you down, you won't be light as a feather. You won't be in your light. Things of the world are weighing people down, so they're not living in their light. So Matthew is saying, look, let your light shine. How are you going to let it shine? You got to let this stuff go. Let this stuff go that's holding you hostage to unhappiness. Happiness is found within. Happiness is found in Christ. People call Jesus. Okay? The most risen of risen, Selassie the first, Trinity, power of three in one. So whatever that is that finds you that happiness, stick with that. It gonna take you a long way in your, just like I tell my students, good manner words will take you a long way. It's gonna take you far in life. Good manner words when you're respectful, right? Greetings, blessed rise, good morning, hi, hello, whatever you want to. Hell is low, I don't want to go. So certain words I just stay away from. Not because the words controlling me and I'm afraid of the words. I just have elevated into a place where I'm seeking that purity of word. Because that is what's pulling me through to my relationship to that Most High. That Most High wants to hear purity of words. You know, in my ministry class, they talk about it as God words. That's so rare. People don't speak in those ways anymore. They talk about my bad. Like, why you want to make yourself bad? If you did something incorrect, you know, say that. Don't make yourself and weaponize against yourself in this bad. So Matthew chapter 5 verse 16 is on it, y'all. Okay? Because that light that shines, that light that's inside is only going to come from inside. Okay? It's called intrinsic. That's why we have to support children's learning with intrinsic experiences, meaning we are becoming joyful with whatever the task is that the child has to do. My daughter at 2 years old, I was talking to my mom about this yesterday because my niece is, you know, sharing the bathroom and my mom is in the shower for the first time and she looked at the shower and it was like dirty and stuff, and she is very clean. She's like that. They have to go get the broom right away, put Clorox in there, and I called my niece. I said, you need to do this because you're the one using this shower. So I told my mom how I raised my children was when they use the bathroom, they have to clean it after they use it. Somebody else is coming in there behind you, and it's important that you leave it clean the way you found it because nobody's going to clean up after you. Don't have a maid. You're not in Trump Tower, okay, with the maid service where you can leave the thing in a mess. You clean it. And the importance of doing that is putting righteousness before yourself. Yourself don't want to clean it because you done bathe, you're clean. You don't want to be cleaning no bathroom, right? But you clean it. You wipe it. You wipe your grime off of there that you've left. And that is important. So anyway, my mom talked about her mom and how her mom was that way. They grew up poor, but they didn't like nasty. Things had to be clean, put away, tidy. It's just, my mom said her mom would say, then you feel the breeze blowing when the place clean. And my mom said she was right because she would feel the breeze blow through when it's clean. So anyway, this is where I'm getting this from. I am pulling these entities of righteousness in my life, the ancestral righteousness of all. Because our ancestors have some nasty ways. Some of them were nasty, you know what I mean? I don't want to pull that. I want to pull the cleanly ancestral healing vibes. Because my children's dad wasn't tidy and clean. He was not at all. And this is important to me in my home. And when I pick my person, because you know I'm the new Bachelorette, when I pick my person, they got to be clean and tidy. They got to be clean, they got to be tight, they got to be that kind of way. So, because I like that tidiness. And the verse of the day brings us to that because that light that's shining inside of you is cleanliness. Your mouth is clean, your words are clean, you're kind, you're respectful. This is what is happening as representative of your light that shines before others. What are you letting shine before others? Like I told the government of the Virgin Islands, you're leaving a legacy of lunacy because the light that you got shining ain't about righteousness, it's about corruption. So let your light be a legacy of righteousness. All of you out there listening right now, because I know you're listening, some of you, take heed for that. Let your light be a legacy of righteousness. Let your light be a legacy of right. Somebody write that down. Let your light be a legacy of right. Bottom line. What legacy are you leaving behind? What legacy are you leaving behind? Are you leaving a legacy that you're violent, that you beat people up, that you are manipulative, that you are abusive, that you beat women, that you steal and lie and cheat? And are you leaving a legacy like that? You are a pedo? Are you leaving a legacy that you hurt children and you support people who hurt children? You don't tell. You're not a mandatory reporter. If somebody is hurting a child, you don't say nothing. You just let them do it because they're a priest. They're a governor. Who knows? You got to stand up for what is righteous. That is your light. That is your legacy that you're leaving behind. So let's shift now to the word of the day. Let's go to the word of the day.
It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day.
So, the word of the day today is comfort. And as we end the month of July, in the Ethiopian calendar, we're in the month of Hamle. We're going into the month of Nahase, and then Pagwamin is 5 days. That's in August. That's the latter part of August, and we get ready for the new year, September 11th, in the month of Maskaram. So, as we are going through Mercury, whatever my son calls it, retrograde, the universe is talking to you, okay? It's telling you to stay in your good place because as a human in the flesh, you're easily to fall into wrongness. It's easy. That's the easy road to destruction. It's hard to do the right thing nowadays, right? It's easy to go take a machine gun up into the NFL headquarters and blow people out, right? But guess what? It's hard to stand in righteousness and leave those folks alone. Leave them to the higher power, right? I always stand for goodness and I stand for no harm to no one. We didn't come here to hurt no flesh. We ain't come here to hurt nobody. So when I talk about ban the NFL, years ago I talked about that, banning it because it is hurting our young men, right? People were like, why are you so Debbie Downer and you want to, football is the best thing in the world and we love football and blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, you're a part of the foolishness because guess what? You sit there and watch it. You're part of it. That's why I stopped eating shrimp and lobster because I don't want to be part of that seafood industry taking from the sea. What they do, they scrape the bed of the sea for those lobsters and shrimp and then they destroy the bed of the sea. I don't want to be part of that, destroying the earth. No, I'm not. I'm the Black Mermaid. And as the Black Mermaid, I can't, there's certain things I can and can't do. Okay. People want to ask me, what am I? Am I Rasta? Am I this? Am I that? Am I blah blah blah? I'm the Black Mermaid. You want to know? That's who I am. And I don't like foolishness. Okay, I do not like when you are hurting the earth. I'm not going to be part of that. Milk of a cow and a goat. No, it sounds, bougie. You got goat's milk. Go ahead with it. I don't judge you. That's what you want to do. That's not what I'm going to do. So I'm sending comfort to all the families who lost their loved ones in this horrific, lunatic act that happened at the NFL headquarters. Okay? The word today is comfort. So I'm sending comfort to all of you all, right? And the word is coming from dailyword.com. You can look it up yourself. I am a comforting presence, sharing the tranquility and presence of righteousness. So that's what I want to be. I want to be a comforting presence. When I enter the room, I'm not going to curse you out. I'm not going to judge you, call you names, tell you you're this and that. No, I am going to come in a comforting presence. I just saw a movie called The Good Nurse. It's based on a true story called The Good Nurse. This woman was so kind and nice. She got the other nurse to confess that he was putting poison in the IV bags. He didn't know why he was doing. He just did it. Like, really? You come to hurt flesh? I know who you are. So he was doing this. And the FBI, they set it up where for her to, get the confession out of him. He didn't want to confess until they actually took him in. And she went in. She said, you look like you're cold. Let me put my sweater on you. And she was so kind. She got him to confess. He confessed to her because he felt the kindness. He felt the non-judgmental comfort of this woman. So it's such a powerful movie. It's called The Good Nurse. You got to watch it, right? So the comforting presence, the word today, comforting, gives us a solid recipe for what we need. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you so much. And this is what it's brought to us today by Psalm 23, verse 4. Psalm 23. I had my children do a performance of Psalm 23. It was, let me see, 4 of them. I had 3 of my children and one other child who was in the Psalm 23 performance. And they came on, they were like, the Lord is my shepherd. And then other one came out, I shall not want. It was so beautiful because they were little and they were cute. It was so nice. Anyway, this word today is brought to us by Psalm 23 verse 4. Even though I walk through the foolishness, I'm not even going to say darkest, because people are dark skinned and they're using that word dark as a bad thing. White supremacy I'm talking about. So instead of darkest valley, foolish lunacy. Okay. Even though I walk through disrespect, or you can say that, you can put that in place. Disrespect, betrayal. Even though I walk through those things, I'm not going to, I have to go clean up my grandmother's property. There's a dead chicken out there sitting. Somebody left it there. It's just, people do crazy things, and they do these things thinking they can hurt you or they can prosper you. People do things to get money. They do things nefariously, sacrificing chickens, and it's just a whole thing here on the island. Okay, I'm not afraid of those things. I was like, what is that dead chicken? I can't, but I'm gonna go rake that up today. Okay, so anyway, the importance of this Psalm 23. There's evil out there. Do not be afraid of it. Because guess who is with me? Who is with you? Guess. That is the Comforter. The Comforter has come, people. The Comforter has come. In the majestic colors of green, yellow, and red. the comforter has come. And that comforter is powerful. So that comforter has a rod and a staff. I'm going down there with my rake and my rod and I'm going down there, okay? That comforts I. And I send a comfort to my family who is fighting in court for their land, that it's returned to them, to the rightful owners. Okay, it's returned to them. That white supremacy, colonialism, and capitalism is back up, like it's rebuked in the name of righteousness, that is Jesus, in the name of Jesus, Jehovah Jireh, Selassie the first, Kadamawe. We coming in strong because we here to fight this battle that's been here before us. We didn't create it, but we met it here. So we have to stand and fight it with love and kindness. I saw the colonialist driving the other day, smiling at me, waving. I waved at her, and stuff, because I am not going to hate folks. I'm going to send love. True, we some people call it Rasta love. I'm going to send the highest of love. The Jesus love, yeah. The blood of the Lamb love, yeah. That's what's coming out. So the word today, comfort, the dailyword.com, this is how it reads. When I become aware of someone's suffering, I feel blessed to offer comfort. When people know my son passed, they know my dad passed, but they don't offer comfort. They want to attack me, be rude, disrespectful, all this kind of things to me. But when I become aware of someone's suffering, I feel blessed to offer comfort. I read in Galatians, the fruit of the righteousness of the Spirit is love, joy, tranquility, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Control yourself, people. That man with the gun going in there was not controlling himself. He put self before righteousness and destroyed people's lives. We're not here to do that. You're not here to do that. So the spirit of love, or I would call the spirit, the righteousness of love, is love, joy, peace, and I call peace tranquility, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control are the birthright of all people. That's your birthright. All of those attributes belong to you from birth. Even in times of upheaval, you need to stay in those ways, in those righteousness ways. Love, joy. You gotta be joyful. That's why when people attack me, I laugh. They say, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, because I gotta be joyful. I can't answer you back. You crazy, you weird. Yeah, I'm gonna be crazy and weird. Enjoy, not in your anger you got holding against me. So those in need of comfort would likely love to receive these fruits from a caring soul, reaching out to offer solace. I am here to offer solace. I am here to offer comfort, right? The best ways to offer comfort are often the simplest. You don't need $1,000 to offer people comfort at a spa. Okay? I need not have the perfect words or the solution to every problem. Some people don't have the words to put into a solution for a problem, and they curse, they call people name, they go off, they pop off and stuff, right? But however, the presence of righteousness, my presence, my compassion, my willingness to share the fruits of righteousness are comfort enough. That's comfort enough. And that is a privilege and a joy to share the love and tranquility of righteousness. It's a privilege. People take it for granted, just like white so called privilege. People take that for granted and they don't use that privilege to go help a black person with a loan or something. You know what I mean? So that is important to be able to know your privileges and use them to lift people up out of poverty, lift people up out of despair, lift people up out of discomfort. Be a comforter, be like the one who gave you these privileges. So that is the word of the day, comfort. And I really look forward to the time when we don't have any more violence in the world and people are kind to each other. That may be, and it may not be. You never know. So it's important. And I thank you for joining Live in the Rise. Thank you so much for being part of this. And always stand in love, everybody. Stand in love. Don't fall in it. It can get messy. Remember that. Stand in love. Righteousness will prevail, even though you may not see it happening around you. Do not be afraid. Psalm 23, verse 4. Check it out at your scripture near you. Take good care, everyone. Take good care.